Hi guys, Steve here from 3x1 Airsoft in Leeds. Well, I'm really excited to show you what's in that box. It will only appeal to a select few of our customers, but we'll get to that in a minute. 2016, it became apparent that there was a new UK Special Forces weapon being seen out there, and that was the L119A2, which is a complete change from the A1 that was out there. It became even more in the public scene after the Newcastle and Manchester raids, and then really hitting mainstream media when Christian Craighead undertook his solo mission along with the Kenyans to rescue the hostages in the Kenyan in the Nairobi hotel. But to build an A2 was difficult. You had to, up until Angry Gun releasing their the L119A2 rail in either 9.25 or the longer version, you really had no way of actually building one. You could approximate it with the Knight's Armour URX rail. If you squinted with dark sunglasses looking in the wrong direction, it was close, but that's about all. And the same with the Angry Gun rail. You know, you had to make compromises, and one of the main compromises was it was a separate rail to the upper. It's not monolithic. The A2, the L119A2, is a monolithic upper receiver, so that means the rail and the upper are one piece, machined from one piece of steel or metal. The Angry Gun one is close. You know, it is a separate rail, but it does come with compromises. You know, you can get some 3D printed parts to create the infill between the rail and the upper receiver to give that monolithic appearance, but you do end up with a double step or a double size rail section because it's butting up. Again, you could cover that with an optic, not great. You know, the grenade lug underneath has got a securing screw, again not ideal, but it's what we had, you know. And then you have companies like HAO that have started producing specific A2 uppers for the Systema or for the NWS. As a DAS user, the only real option you had was the Angry Gun rail, and then you had to make some more compromises if you were using the DAS system. You know, the receiver on the GDR15, the magwell compared to where it should be rounded off. The fire selector again isn't correct. You know, it's almost like a shooter style. It's not a military style. But all that will soon be a thing of the past. So let's get on to what's in the box. Okay, right. You recording? Yep. Okay. So get box open, foam as you would expect, and then you are presented with this is the full DAS A2 kit. You can just get the upper, which you don't get the receiver, the lower receiver. So let's just get all this out. So it's all very nicely packed. Bag of bits there. Okay, right, so one empty box. Okay, so first off I've got to say this isn't a full DAS, okay, it's not a full GDR. You still do need either your own donor gun or to purchase the relevant parts that you're going to need to make this into a fully functioning L119 GDR system. So let's split the upper and the lower. So we'll start with the lower. As you can see, you've got the Colt Canada markings, L119A2, the correct caliber, 5.56, UK serial number. You've got the made under license, and then you've got safe, Sorry, can't see that because of the light. Safe R and auto on the left hand side, and then you've also got the same on the right hand side of the receiver. The difference being between this and the standard GDR15 lower is the GDR15 is actually angled. This one's actually round, as in a military profile. That's really nice. This is all made out of billet aluminium, just like the HAL kit. That's nice. What you've also got on the, we'll cover off on this, you also get a dummy, a metal dummy right hand side fire selector, non-operational because of the way that the GDR15 works, or the gearbox, but unlike on a standard GDR where you can actually see the bolt hole to actually secure the selector into the receiver, it's actually a military one, so it's actually done from the back side, and the same with the dummy one. When you get to the main bit, included in the kit is a gas blowback AR style charging handle with the trademark extended release catch, which is a feature of the A2. Getting to the upper receiver itself, you can see that it's got the Colt Canada on the upper of the, just below the 22mm Riz. It is monolithic, so there's no breaking of this one. You've got no double teeth because it's monolithic, so it's been done properly. One of the other features that the A2 has, it's got an extra slot at the rear of the receiver, and also the scallop right at the back of the rail. And then working round to the right hand side, you've got the NATO. You've got your enlarged mounting points for the actual ejection port cover, and as you can see again, it is monolithic. Again, billet aluminium. This thing's really quite light. It feels solid, as you would expect from a one piece of billet aluminium. The other things that you get with this kit is you get the correct Surefire 212-556 style of flash hider. I don't know if that will interface with an aftermarket suppressor. You know, we will try that at some point. And then you get a load of other component parts. So that's your barrel, your gas block, which again is billet, and your fake gas tube to complete the realism inside the rail. The one thing that you don't get with this one that you do on, I think it's the HAL kit, it might be the MWS, is the pressed handguard or heat shield that goes inside the handguard. If you were really that fussed, you could probably manufacture one. So this is as surprise as it is for me as it is for you guys, so I just want to see what's in there. So that is new forward assist, spring and pins, very nice. Dust cover, ejection port dust cover, that's there, which will be the rod, a couple of bolts. Those are your two fire selectors, you can see. I don't really want to get them out yet. So that's the actual functioning one, the larger one, but it is a military style, as you would see on a normal AR. And then the other one is the dummy, which is quite nice because that's actually got a pin in it. So when that's actually fitted in place, yes, it's going to be, you know, you can either have it that way or that way, but it is going to, well, you could only have it that way actually. So it's going to be in the safe position, but it is going to be locked in place, unlike some of the 3D print ones which can drop off. Ambi mag release, which is quite nice. This has even got the engraving on it like you would expect, which is just there. So ambi mag release, so that's spun round. Barrel extension, just to create the right length of barrel. You may be asking, why is it not just done to the right length? Well, because it is a monolithic, and like the real steel, you've got to tighten the barrel up somehow. So what they've included with this kit, and with some like the MWS, and I think the HAL kit comes with it as well. You get the spanner. Oh god, that's weighty. So to tighten up your outer barrel into your upper receiver, because that would go like so. You've got no way of actually tightening that up. You get the long spanner that clicks in place, and you've got a way of putting like a screwdriver through there or an Allen key to actually make sure that's tight. That actually fits really quite nice in there, so you can see that's all been machined very nicely. I like it. I do like it a lot. It feels really well built. For some, there's probably going to be a couple of issues, like the rails aren't marked. You haven't got the rail indication marks on any of it. You know, some of the A2s have been seen on the left hand side, just on the upper receiver. They've been seen with a corresponding serial number engraved. That's not there. Could that be added? Yeah. You know, if you knew somebody that's good with a laser or a CNC machine. Is it going to be a 100% accurate A2? No, not out of the box it's not. Is it capable of being an accurate A2? Excluding the working fire selector, ambi fire selector, you know, it could be pretty damn close once you start sticking an ergo grip on it. Yes, it's going to be too thick compared to a real steel one. You know, you get a buffer tube on it. You have the buffer tube turned down just at the threads to give that step. You know, it's going to be extremely close. Am I going to convert one of my own? Probably. I've just got to decide which one. Is it my A1 that gets converted, or is it my A2 that gets converted? We will have to wait and see. I'm really excited about these. You know, they are at a price point. The full kit is $1,200 plus the installation of your donor gun. Excuse me. Or if you're just looking for the monolithic upper, you're looking at £1,000. It's a nice bit of kit. It's not going to be for everybody, but for those that know, they will probably come and give us a call and get one. It is a one-time run. There is, once these have gone, there isn't going to be any more. So if you are on the fence and undecided, if that swings it the way to get one sooner rather than later, I certainly would go down that route. That's enough for this video. What we'll do is we will put this kit together. We'll film it getting put together, or we might film it get it put together, and then we'll also upload that to our YouTube channel, and then you can see the actual beast in operation. So thanks very much for watching. If you've got any questions, you want any info on price, availability, the service and the full cost of a build, either with or without supplying a GDR15, please do send us a message. Thanks so much for watching.